last time you played with Mike at Michigan?
Well, we played there for 2 years, and then we actually played together during the lockout over in Sweden. So
Kind
we've,
of like a reunion.
yeah, in a way, yeah.
Do you still go up for like the alumni game?
Yeah, I go back. I try to make it back every summer. The only times I haven't made it is just when we've had some children being born. But other than that, no, I love going back. It's a lot of fun. It's had a great 4 years there, so a lot of good memories.
What about coming here? How's the transition been so far? I know you're only a weekend, but
Yeah, only a couple weeks here, but it's been a good transition. Got a real good vibe from the team here. I mean, the guys are tremendous. The staff's been phenomenal. We're in a great neighborhood. The kids have been doing well, and I've found that if the family's happy, then you're happy. So things have been real good so far.
Is the transition easier because Mike's coming here at the same time?
Yeah, I think it helps. It's always nice to have a familiar face around. There's no question, and our families get along well. Although it's been a few years, and we've each added some kids since we've actually hung out together. But yeah, I know our wives get along really well. So yeah, it gets a little bit easier. Yeah.
what do you think this team needs that you can bring to the table this year?
Well, I think this team is right there. I mean, that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to come here. They have a real high-octane offense. They're big on the blue line. They can skate. I mean, they got some depth in goal now with the emergence of Varlamov and obviously the experience of Theodore. But they lost Kozlov, Fedorov, two pretty crafty guys with a lot of skill. So. I mean, what I'm going to try and do is I'm not going to try and replace anybody. I mean, I think it's always difficult to come in and try to be someone else. I just try and play my game and get back to the way I'm capable of playing. I mean, the last couple of seasons have been real difficult for me. My numbers have been down, but I think there's a direct correlation to my health. So I feel good now. I want to go out and just be creative. Just be a guy that can distribute the puck. I think that's probably one of my best assets is creativity on the ice. I think I skate well, and a guy that can finish too. If I'm given opportunities, I think I can score a goal. So that's what I hope to do.
Brendan, you were always known as a durable guy. Was it kind of hard to accept a little bit?
Yeah.
Given the nature of your injuries, I mean, they're pretty significant.
Yeah. It's a funny thing. Like I went 7 or 8 years without missing a game, and then 4 surgeries in 3 years. I think the hip surgery I had 4 years ago was maybe a little bit of wear and tear over the years. I mean, just anatomically, the way people are built, some guys have an impingement, some guys don't. And I was one of the guys that did and just wore down. And then I think the hernia was a direct result of the labral. But I think the last two, the wrist and the knee, were more just bad luck than anything. Just got hit awkwardly. I mean, if you would see the hit I got on my knee, you wouldn't believe that I actually blew my knee out. Like it was, it looked like nothing really. But maybe I dodged bullets earlier on in my career. I don't know, but hopefully it's all out of the way now. And like I said, I feel pretty good.
You played on one of the premier lines in the league, with Todd Bertuzzi and Marcus Naslund.
Yeah.
What was it that made you guys click? What was it about each of your games that really made you guys such a special line and a force to be reckoned with every night?
Yeah, well, we had a lot of fun playing together. I think that's a big key. I think each of us brought something different. Marcus was the pure goal scorer, had the great shot, the wrist shot. Always found openings, always seemed to be open on the ice. Todd at the time was the premier forward in the game, power forward in the game as far as his size and skill. I mean, he was a real physical presence on the ice. He could intimidate guys physically, but for a big man, he had unbelievable hands, and he created a lot of room. And I think they created some space with my speed and creativity on the ice. But I think the biggest thing is that we weren't complacent. We like to push each other, and it's been well documented that we had a lot of heated discussions on the bench about things that happened on the ice. But I think in the end that pushed us and helped us become better players.
There's talk of maybe, everything's to be determined, of course, but there's talk of maybe you playing with second-line center with Brooks Lake on left wing and Alexander Semin on right wing. Could you see that line, competing with the likes of the line you were on before?
Well, I guess you never really know how it's going to transpire until you get on the ice and you see the chemistry, but I mean, I would love to be in that role. You know, obviously, Salmon is an extremely talented guy, and from what I've heard, I mean, I've only seen him play being against him, and these guys being in the East and me being in the West, you don't really see a lot of these guys on the ice a lot of the time. But everything that I've heard and the highlights I've seen, I mean, he's a great talent. You know, he can shoot the puck, he can score goals, and I like to play with guys like that. And Brooks Lake said, he's big body, a strong kid. He can score goals. I mean, he's back-to-back 20-goal years. So, I mean, that has the makings, of putting up some numbers. There's no question. It's just now if there's some chemistry.
Well, we've heard you've already developed some of that chemistry. Brooks was calling. They said he already nicknamed you Shifty. What's that about?
I don't know really. I just try not to get hit out there, I guess. But it's just summer hockey right now. But I guess I'll take it as a compliment right now.